Hello, my friend. My name is Joshua Mugabi. I welcome you to Chemical Reactions and Equations. What is the rate of a chemical reaction? Chemical reaction rate is a chemical property. Chemical reaction rate is a physical property. Chemical reaction rate is an intensive property. Chemical reaction rate is an intensive property. The answer is chemical reaction rate is an intensive property. Chemical reaction rate depends on temperature and concentration. Hence, it is an intensive property. The term catalyst refers to can either increase or decrease the speed of a chemical reaction, alters the value of equilibrium constant in a reversible chemical reaction, increases the speed of a chemical reaction, decreases the speed of a chemical reaction. The answer is can either increase or decrease the speed of a chemical reaction. The term catalyst refers to a material that raises the rate of a reaction without consuming itself at the end of the process. Some catalysts, known as negative catalysts, slow down the rate of a reaction. The reaction order is determined by power of any one of the reactant concentration, number of molecules of the reactants taking part in the reaction, sum of powers of the concentrations of all the reactants, concentration of intermediate species formed. The answer is sum of the powers of the concentrations of all the reactants. The power to which the concentration term in the rate equation is raised determines the order of a reaction with regard to a specific material. If the reaction involves more than one reactant molecule, in order of the reaction is equal to the sum of the powers of all reacting species concentrations in the rate expression. The rate of homogeneous response is influenced by a number of factors. Temperature only, pressure only, concentration rate, reactant concentration only, temperature, pressure, and reactant concentration. The answer is temperature, pressure, and reactant concentration. In the rate expression, the rate constant is a function of temperature. The number of collisions between reactant molecules reduces as the pressure rises. This slows down the reaction time. The reaction rate is increased by increasing the initial concentration of the reactants. As a result, temperature and pressure conditions, as well as the initial concentration of reactants, determine the reaction rate. A reaction's rate cannot be expressed in terms of time. Volume of reacting fluid, volume of solid, amount of product, interfacial surface. The answer is the amount of product. Based on the unit interfacial area and unit volume of solid, the reaction rate can be represented in terms of unit volume of reacting fluid. The rate of reaction is unaffected by the amount of product generated. The number of molecules engaged in an elementary reaction is referred to as molecularity. Order of reaction. Unimolecular reaction. Rate of reaction. And the answer is the rate of reaction. The number of molecules of the reactants involved in an elementary reaction is known as its molecularity. The sum of the powers of the concentration of all the reactants determines the reaction's order. Only one reactant is used in the unimolecular reactions. The number of molecules of the reactant component that vanish per unit volume per unit time is the rate of a reaction. Only liquid pressure is measured with which of the following instruments? differential manometer, piezometer, none of the mentioned. And the answer is piezometer. A piezometer is a pressure measuring instrument that is solely used to detect liquid pressure. Which of the following statements concerning basic reactions is correct? They occur in multiple steps. They are complex in nature. Order of elementary reaction is an integer. All first order reactions are elementary. The answer is order of elementary reaction is an integer. An elementary reaction's order can never accept fractional values. In a single step, elementary reactions take place. There are two types of first order reactions: elementary and non-elementary. A state function is which of the following? Entropy, heat, work, none of the mentioned. The answer is entropy. Entropy is a state function since it is independent of the process of cause. What is the conservation of Bernoulli's equation? Pressure, energy, mass, momentum. And the answer is energy. Bernoulli's equation is a modified version of the energy conservation equation. Hello, my friends. Thank you very much for participating in chemical reactions and equations. Please do like, share, and subscribe.